Welcome to Sinister Studies. My name is Kim, and I'm joined each week by my kiddo Ben, where we'll discuss all things sinister up to and including high school. As with all things sinister, listener discretion is always advised. Sweet. All right, so we're back.
We're back.
Hope everybody had a great summer. It'll be September and the start of spooky season by the time everybody hears this.
Why what? Well, everybody hear this next in a week.
Yeah.
Oh shit! It will be Labor Day. So happy Labor Day, I guess, if you're listening to it.
If you get that
The
extra
day
day
it
off,
drops.
just
Or if you are listening to it in the future, and it just so happens to be Labor Day, happy Labor Day.
you go back to school this week. Excited?
No.
No.
I'm on chapter 2 of my summer.
You should probably get on that summer reading.
It's not due the day we come back.
You know you'll have more stuff due after this week, right?
Care. I will listen. I'm gonna be more motivated to read it when I have like a deadline. I don't have a deadline right now, so it doesn't really feel like I need to be pressured. I need to.
You need to be peer pressured into doing your summer reading.
I need the threat of a deadline. Which I don't have right now.
Oh my God. I think the storm is mostly over.
Yeah, I would have been outside reading it, but it was thundering and raining.
It was fucking apocalyptic. That's what it was.
It was so loud.
I was sitting at my office.
The sky just opened up.
In the high rise when lightning struck the river.
Scary.
Yeah, I was like, I'm taking the headphones out. I am done. I am off the phone. Fire trucks kept going off because it hit multiple places where I work. It was hailing a little bit. You couldn't actually see anything. It was raining so hard for probably about 15 minutes. And then it just gradually got better, but still was pretty dark out.
Yeah, it was miserable for a solid few hours.
Can you imagine if that happened while we were camping?
Oh, yeah, no, I wouldn't like to.
No. Can you imagine poor Zuzu?
Oh,
Zoe's afraid of all things loud.
it's okay. I'd let her jump into my bed and we could cuddle. Which she did today. She hopped into my bed and she was like, "We're hanging out now." And I was like, "Okay."
Poor little Zuzu.
She got scared. She was all alone with no one to comfort her. She do it.
I haven't the slightest idea. But we're going to start off easy-ish. Sinister, but not horrifyingly so. I mean, it is horrifying. It is in its own way. Because
I'm scared.
I am going to take you to the circus.
To the circus?
To the circus.
Oh, okay.
Now, I know you never got to experience the circus the same way that I got to experience the circus.
How did you get to experience the circus?
It was at the Civic Center with so many animals. Literally lions and tigers.
Yeah, but they don't have so many animals now.
Elephants. The last one I went to had a crocodile or an alligator or something of that sort.
That's crazy.
Somebody actually fell from the high wire at that one. That was horrifying in and of itself. It was like to see that happen in real time.
Fine.
But it was loud. And we got to eat snow cones and have cotton candy.
And there were animals.
Yeah, lots of animals.
They don't really do animals anymore.
No, they really don't.
Like, that's cruelty. Which is kind of fair. 'Cause it kinda is
I'm sure.
to an ex I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure, like, some circuses treated their animals, like, fine, but some circuses definitely didn't, so I don't know. I just remember grandma drove us to the middle of nowhere to go to a circus one
That was the Big Apple Circus, which is an inferior circus. I had the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and
an
Bailey Circus.
inferior
Hmm.
circus. Like, I just remember we were in the car for I don't know where it was. I
It
don't
was in
know.
Charlestown.
So how long would that drive been?
An hour and 20 minutes.
Oh, well, it felt longer because I was little,
Yeah.
honestly.
It is. I still stand by that. Big Apple Circus is the inferior circus. I did go to the Big Apple Circus once.
Uh-huh.
Grandma just likes going to circuses.
Yeah, what's up with that?
She's in a freaky thing with dolls, so she likes clowns, and I mean, clowns don't bother me.
Oh my god.
Mimes do, not clowns.
If any of you guys listen to the Magnus Archives, you know what I'm thinking right now. I don't know.
Obviously, I do not, but you are all red in the face, so apparently it's hilarious.
Oh no.
So, we know that ancient Romans held gladiator battles, chariot racing, death by animal at the Circus Maximus, to name the most famous one. But what about the modern day circus? So we can trace our modern day circus to 1768 when an officer with the cavalry,
You can do this.
cavalry, an officer with the cavalry, Philip Astley, no relation to Rick because I checked.
You checked?
I literally checked.
I would have checked too.
Philip opened an amphitheater in London where he and his fellow horsemen demonstrated horse riding tricks. His stage, if you will, he called the circle, which eventually became circus after the Circus Maximus. This led to other circuses in London and then the world.
I feel like if I was born at a different time, I would have like ran away and joined the the
In the
circus.
surface,
I would have joined the circus, guys.
in the early circuses, they were all,
I would have joined the circus. Yes.
they didn't move around, they were in one spot. One of the best things about going to see the circus is that afterwards you got to see them loading everything back, all the animals back up out in the back, where the Bruins players come out. You know where that is? In the back where all the players come out after the hockey games.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know what
Okay,
you're.
so
I get it.
but they used to take all the animals out where the hockey players come out.
So what? Would you just stand there and watch them move the animals?
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty awesome. Fun fact, when they had figure skating there, Grandma would stand outside and wait for the figure skaters. I know.
That's a very that makes sense.
That seems right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So this is going to be so Grandma,
was a figure skater goofy.
she really was. Yep. Poor Dada. He used to have to go a lot with her. I only got taken a couple times.
Okay.
So I am going to tell you one story about the American circus. Eventually, after the creation of the standing circus arenas, they started using tents to be more mobile, to draw in more people, to expand their business because they could go to other people, but at the time, not a lot of people could get to them.
Yeah.
So they would be touring to basically the unwashed masses because they would go to places with big fields and stuff like that where they could camp out with all their large animals without any issues. And the people in these remote areas would revel in the presence of all these exotic animals, all the clowns, acrobats, things of that nature, doing impressive things that normal people just did not see every day.
Oh yeah.
And obviously, what was the circus without exotic and exciting animals? That is mostly what people went for, because they're going to see animals that they've never seen and will never see again.
People love animals, man. I love animals.
And what's the largest, most exotic animal?
Elephant.
Correct. It is the elephant. So the first Indian elephant was shipped to the US in 1796. Its name was Big Bet, and Big Bet toured the country until 1816. In 1816, Big Bet was on tour in the town of Alfred, Maine, which is west of Kennebunkport.
And I'm supposed to know where that is? Kennebunkport?
Okay, you know where we stayed when we went camping in Maine?
Yeah. Is it around
It's
there?
about 45 minutes to an hour west.
I still
Just
I don't know it.
well, you generally know a kind of sort of area because it's close. The area of Maine that we went to is close.
I don't know.
Just take my word for it.
Okay, I will.
One Sunday, Big Bet's trainer was walking his elephant, as one does, when they crossed a Bible thumper's field. Outraged, this asshat took his
That's really close. Anyway.
outraged, this asshat.
Oh nah. Did he kill the elephant? Oh nah.
Yes, he was outraged that they were disturbing him on the Sabbath.
Oh God forbid.
So not only were they making a lot of noise out in his field, but the elephant was walking through his field.
Oh no.
So he took his disturbance on the Sabbath very personally. And being a closed-minded asshat, he shot and killed Big Bet.
No, bro.
That's not even the one we're talking about either. This is just like the basic background.
But like then the elephant's gonna fall and it's gonna fall on more of your field. So why don't you just be like, get the fuck out?
So
and
it
can
was
go
really
out
like
back where it came from. Like
he was mad that they were walking an elephant through his fields on a Sunday, disturbing him on the Sabbath, but he also disagreed with the fact that they were charging money for people to see the animals.
but people don't have to go. That's a choice that they're making.
Yes. So he was angry already, and he just decided, well, we'll be done with this.
Okay. Consider yourself an Bible guy.
Baba Guy is long gone.
I don't care. He needs to consider himself an anyway.
So our circus, being
Get your ass to the
elephantless,
afterlife.
I don't know, placed an order for another elephant. I don't know how you do that. You ring up Africa or India and say, "Can I have one of your elephants, please?"
You go on Amazon.
You get a little wish elephant. And soon-ish, because we're still talking about the 1800s here.
They didn't have Prime back then.
They did not have Prime, but there was no 2-day shipping. So soon, little Bet was shipped over.
Little bit?
Little Bet.
Aw, that's kind of cute.
Little
They
Bet,
named it after the other one.
also known as Betty, was a very young elephant when her circus career began. And she toured up and down the eastern seaboard multiple times. She was a well traveled elephant. She weighed in at an impressive 6,000 pounds,
6,000. God dang.
and people would flock to see this beautiful beast. And for the honor of viewing her, adults were charged 12.5 cents, and
12
kids
and a
were
half cents?
12.5 cents, which is,
How
I
do you do a half cent?
don't fucking know. But to make it even weirder, kids were half price, which would make it 6.25. So
But how do you pay a quarter?
no, 6.25. Yes. How do you? I don't know.
How do you pay a quarter of a cent?
I don't
I
know.
don't
I don't
understand.
know. We have whole cents now. We would round that shit up.
Yeah, because it's weird. And a cent, like just up or down, like just
Well, a cent was a lot of money. Ish. We'll talk about conversions in a bit. So, Betty, on her second trip to a small village in northern Rhode Island, Chepachet.
Chapach. Damn, Chapach.
Chepachet.
That's right there.
That is right there.
God, okay.
I told you it was close.
Chapachet. Damn. Okay.
See, she saw throngs of people. She was gracious and well behaved because really that's how I'm assuming that this animal behaved. 'Cause I'm making assumptions.
I mean, she was trained, so I'm assuming she was like chill. I mean, she was used to people.
She was used to people because she did start in the circus very, very young. And I mean, and then it wasn't like it is was when I was younger. Like you could walk up on the elephant.
Presumably, she was very chill.
I would think so. Because they wouldn't have a crazed elephant running around small towns in New England. Like that just it's not gonna happen.
They'd return her and buy another elephant.
And because people are equally curious and terrified after the day's events were long over, in the early morning hours of May 25th, 1826, the circus began their 10-mile trek to their next stop, Smithfield, Rhode Island. They hadn't gotten far and were, in fact, smack dab in the middle of town, just passing over the bridge, when all hell broke loose. I know, Zozo. So I am going to read you an excerpt from the Providence Journal, dated May 28th, 1826. Somebody had wrote in a letter to report on the happenings. Let me take your cone of shame off, baby. I know that's what you want. There you go, baby. So it's a little long, but this is a first-hand account of what the hell happened. My pretty girl. Sir, thinking it was probable that some particulars of the diabolical transactions which took place in this village,
Diabolical transactions.
which took place in this village on Thursday morning last, in the slaughter of the elephant, I send you the
no.
following collected
What the
authentic
fuck?
sources.
In the slaughter of the elephant. Oh no, they killed Little Bet too?
The keepers, having obtained a license from the proper authority, exhibited the animal last Wednesday at Angel's Hotel, and no dissatisfaction was publicly manifested during that day. Between 12 and 1 o'clock at night, the elephant was taken from the stable, because that's where we keep
Yeah,
elephants.
in the stable.
And started for Smithfield, accompanied by a leader on foot and 2 attendants on horseback, and followed by a small number of citizens of different ages. When arrived at the northern extremity of the bridge in the center of the village, 2 muskets or rifles were discharged in quick succession, apparently from the window of an apartment in the grist mill within 9 yards of the animal's head. So,
Oh no.
that big stone building where that who owns the antique store,
Uh-huh.
that's the grist mill.
It is.
Yes. I mean, she's having a good time with all those antiques.
It's still
Selling
in business.
vintage Sony Walkmans for yours truly to purchase. And
For reasonable prices too. Because I was looking it up on the internet and people were selling that shit for like $400. I was like,
no, I had to buy it. It was cheap. I had to buy it. Five bullets from the first pierced the frontal bone of the animal to the brain, and 2 from the other took effect in the neck, near the collar, and within 2 feet of the leader and some very near spectators. The noble beast fell and instantly expired.
Aww.
Such was the consternation produced by the terrifying and fatal catastrophe that immediate pursuit of the bloody actors was not thought of, and they escaped.
I would have.
So everybody's more worried about the poor elephant. And elephants are smart and they're gentle. We've seen them. The nature shows they actively mourn their dead, and they takes a herd. It's not a village. It takes a herd to raise their babies.
I'm just saying. That was me. And I was there. They would not have gotten away.
As soon as the neighbors collected at the morning dawn, the sensation of indignation was electric. Regret and execration were depicted in every countenance. A subscription was immediately filled to aid in the arrest and the conviction of the villain of villains who committed the high-handed and daring crime. But you're going to love how people wrote back then. And this is a random person writing into the newspaper.
They're like, and this villain of it, like, okay.
The perpetrators of this wanton act we are happy to state, are fully discovered. Some circumstances having fastened suspicion upon 2 individuals, they were privately examined and found induced to make a disclosure or the whole transaction, which was subsequently repeated on examination before a court of justices, Judge Branch of this town presiding. From this investigation, it appears that there were 6 persons engaged in the affair.
Oh, no,
Benner
6.
Eddy, John Inman, Albert Eddy, Francis West, Angel Darling, and Benjamin Bowen.
Angel Darling is a. You are not an angel. You are not a darling. You're a bitch. Also, that's just a dumb name. Angel Darling? That's stupid. I'm sorry. What?
I don't think they Are you okay, Logan?
Yeah, I was trying to hockey bag. There's some try on my gear on. Sure it fits. I'm not like, oh fucking locking around. I'm not like, oh fuck, this shit don't fit.
Okay. Anyway.
That's what I got destroyed, by the way.
The what?
Thank
you.
Know.
All right. Logan blew up the bathroom in case anybody was wondering.
Okay.
Fucking Chipotle, the second.
Oh, no. Okay.
It's like Chipotle being only second to Taco Bell.
If it was Taco Bell, he wouldn't have even made it home. He'd have the shit in the Taco Bell bathroom.
They would have had to pull over the side of the road. Okay, where were we?
Okay, so
Angel
about this
Darling.
bitch-ass motherfucker, Angel Darling.
3 guns were to be used. Angel Darling loaded 2, so fuck him. One with 7 and the other with 2 bullets.
That's been sitting in my fucking bag and strap, so I'm taking out at all.
The other gun was loaded by Albert Eddy with 5 bullets. Fenner Eddy and John Inman stationed themselves in the grist mill with 3 guns, expecting to be joined by a third person who, however, did not appear. West and Bowen gave them notice of the starting and the approach of the elephant at 2 separate times. And Bowen told them if there was no man in the way to shoot the elephant wherever they could hit her.
That's just mean. Like, what's wrong with you?
That is a horseshit move.
Like, what's wrong with you? Why would you even do that? Like, what was their motive? Do we get to that?
Kind of.
Oh, okay. I'll wait. ASMR.
Just as the animal was leaving the bridge, Fenner Eddy fired the gun with 7 bullets. And as she, the elephant, was falling, John Inman discharged his gun with 2 bullets.
Hi, kitty.
Fenner Eddy then threw his gun into the room and seized the gun, which had not been discharged, being afraid of the dog, which was accompanying the elephant,
Afraid of the dog?
might attack him.
Oh, boo-hoo. You just killed an elephant. Like,
Yeah, but my house is so big. Jesus Christ.
Piper would defend the little elephant.
Piper would defend a little elephant.
Piper.
Piper, would you defend a little elephant? You're so cute. You're lovely. You would.
They made their escape and soon after mingled with the persons collected on the bridge, where their associates were also assembled. So they just blended in with the crowd. When the people dispersed, the gun was raked out of the room and 3 guns deposited at the tan yard, where a leather tanning business was. The tan yard.
The tan yard.
And the parties each went home. After hearing the facts and confessions, the court ordered the parties individually to recognize in the sum of $500 with sureties for the same amount each. This is basically setting bail for them. The law, which makes the killing of a beast an offense,
As
punishing
it should be.
the same with a fine not exceeding $100 and 2 months imprisonment, and also subjecting the party convicted to pay the owner treble damages to be recovered in an action of trespass. So the owners of the elephant can pursue them in a civil case. This was doubtless intended to apply to ordinary animals, such as horses, etc., and the law could not have anticipated the shooting of an elephant.
Yeah, because that was what, the second elephant in the country at that point?
Yes. In the whole course of this arduous investigation, which occupied more than a day, because they got right to the fucking point back then, there was no...
Wait, a couple months then. Oh, shit.
It's not even a couple months anymore. You can be arrested and not go to trial for years. Right.
You're sitting in county jail?
But this, they killed the elephant, they ran away, they were hunted down and convicted within 2 days. Total. Like, total. They did all this bullshit total. No direct motive was shown that could have induced the act. It appears to have been done thoughtlessly, out of pure love of mischief, and
But
just
why?
for the pleasure of killing an elephant.
You a bitch.
This
You a
is why Dad
bitch.
gets really upset when people hunt for sport.
No, literally, because why? No, literally, because why?
Because you're just
You're
killing an
gonna
animal
kill-
for the sake of killing an
No,
animal.
literally, like, why would you do that? Like, oh, great, you killed something. Like,
Good chicken onion.
like, are we supposed to be impressed?
Apparently.
No,
How
you just a
handsome you
bitch.
are. Unfortunately, the parties involved are not men of much substance, though it is believed some part of the value of the noble animal they have destroyed may be obtained from them eventually.
All that and you're poor? Come on now.
Yeah, so fuck
Take
them.
a struggle.
So for what it's worth,
Come on, this is not that bad.
It kind of does. It's been
I'm
fermenting.
it's wafting over here now.
Yeah. It's been fermenting.
Mhm. Yeah, Logan's trying on his hockey gear that's been sitting in a bag dirty for months because
This is clean.
fucking boys are disgusting.
This is clean.
Yeah, because that's brand new.
Oh, well, we don't need to prove it. What is
Is that that's the neck guard? You're
Oh.
required to wear them now.
So that he doesn't get his neck sliced open
Exactly.
and die? Don't die. Anyway,
For what it's worth, none of the men involved were actually from Chepachet. I do have my assumptions where at least one of the involved was from, given that there's a road with his last name,
wait, who?
John Inman.
Oh.
That's Inman Road.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So they weren't from Chepachet, but they were definitely from Rhode Island.
They were local.
They were exceedingly lucky that in their zeal to kill a slow, beautiful creature, that they managed not to kill anyone that was there accompanying or watching the spectacle of the parading circus. Because not only did all the circus folk walk with the elephant, but you also had the people of the town that were walking with the elephant because they could see the elephant. You know that there was like kids in the area. No sleep
Yeah.
at night, but there was an elephant walking down the street at midnight. So that's exciting.
Yeah. Like, if there was an elephant walking down the street, I'd run outside and I'd start following it too. Because what the fuck? There was an elephant, yeah.
In Chepachet.
In Chepachet. This.
Fucking
Okay, so you know that antique store that's ran up that lady? That's where this all went down. Outside. Anyway.
We do not know exactly why these dipshits chose to murder beautiful Betty.
Because they a bitch. All of them.
For notoriety. It could be extremists like Big Bet's murderer. There's also the possibility, a strong possibility, that there was a bet to see if they could kill an elephant with regular guns. Or perhaps they did it just for shits and giggles.
Boo.
The circus owners, while due compensation for the heinous death of their beloved Betty, probably never got it. At the time, Betty was valued at over $5,000, which would today equate to $136,775.
Damn.
Even with so many men involved, the likelihood of even coming close to recovering the loss was slim to none. In 1976, Chepachet would declare May 25th Elephant Day.
Aww.
And a memorial plaque was placed at the site of the massacre.
Is it still there?
Yeah.
Wait, where? Is it on the bridge?
Yeah.
Oh. Alright. Yeah.
At nearby City Hall, there is also one of the Hasbro's famous Mr. Potato Heads. This one depicted as an elephant to honor Betty, the fabulous learned elephant.
Aww. Chepachet W.
In 2017, Giant Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus stopped using animals in their shows, and as a result, most other circuses have also followed suit.
So, did they just get another elephant after that?
I mean, yes, because I saw elephants at the circus. I've ridden an elephant. You've ridden an elephant.
Oh shit, I have. I have ridden
Not
an
at the
elephant.
circus, but...
Well, yeah, not at the circus. Is that...
So yeah, that's the
Is that the end?
that is the sad, short life of Betty the Learned Elephant. She was only about 12 years old.
12? How long do elephants live?
A long time.
That's what I thought. She was 12? That's so sad.
You weren't talking, so.
100 years. That's the oldest living elephant. And the oldest elephant in the world was known to have lived past the age of 100. She was 105 years old and blind from cataracts, but she was able to get around camp with the help of her trunk and other herd members because elephants fucking rock.
Elephants. Angel, darling, you a bitch ass motherfucker.
So that is the story of Betty the Learned Elephant. I just wanted to let you know that your favorite person inspired me to look into it.
My favorite person?
Judy.
No, not Judy. Why? What? How did Judy inspire you?
Because every 4th of July, she has mentioned elephant murder. So I went and looked it up for myself and found elephant murder to be accurate and factual.
Judy, you're also an op.
Okay, Judy means well. She's a nice woman. She's a hugger.
Yep, she's a kisser. Like, I don't even know you. Like, I don't even know you're kissing me goodbye. Like, stop. 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 Get over me.
She means well. She really does.
I know.
We're getting better. A little better, right? Every year, a little better.
Yeah. Piper, you're so cute.
What is she doing?
She's
She
just sitting.
she needs to eat her dinner. It is
Counting.
Piper's dinner time. She did not eat her dinner because Zoe ate her dinner for her. So now we had to take.
So now she's sitting there looking miserable.
Yeah,
I mean, she sits there
because
looking
Zoe's on a
miserable
diet
a
because the
lot.
vet told us she's fat.
Is she really?
She's a little bit overweight. She's
Yeah.
a big dog. She's not like a small dog.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like her breed is usually like skinny.
She's twice as big as Piper, and she's twice as heavy as Piper.
Yeah.
Piper's a chunk.
A little bit, yeah.
They say she is very healthy for a puggle. She's skinny for a puggle. She's not a puggle, but everybody thinks she is. I'll take it.
Yes, I'm
What are you doing? All right. So we have loads of fun stuff. We got some gnarly stuff. We got some historical stuff coming up.
So stay tuned, I guess. I say as if I know what you have in store. I don't. But yeah.
This is just to get our feet wet for this season. And next week will be much more gnarly, I can promise you. So,
Like,
yes.
rate.
Please follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, Amazon Music. Hit the little heart button. That would be great.
Subscribe if that's a thing on your platform.
Rate us.
Do all the stuff, really.
Yeah.
I mean, you know the drill.
Enjoy this bubble wrap while we're. Have you just been dying to do that this whole time? Okay.
Adios.